Hey guys, Coach Matt here. Today I want to talk to you about building up on small victories for big wins. So goal setting is a cool thing to do. It's like set a big goal, like I want to lose 50 pounds or I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, I want to be CEO of a company. But the danger in that is that we kind of focus on the big goal, and sometimes that can be overwhelming and feel like we're never going to get there instead of focusing on the steps to get there. Tony Robbins has a quote where people overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can accomplish in 10 years. In the fitness realm, where it's kind of we hang out at, is like people tend to overestimate what they can accomplish in 6 weeks, and not what they can accomplish in 2 or 3 years of consistency and progress and trusting the process and all that stuff. So I would tell you, like, take your big goal. So let's say, like, my big goal is to lose 50 pounds. Losing 50 pounds in 6 weeks is probably not a healthy outlook. But 50 pounds in a year, when you break that down into weeks, is like 1 pound a week, you know? And you can lose 1 pound a week by just working out a little bit more, drink a little more water, clean up your diet a little bit. That's a very maintainable goal. And as you start checking off those little 1 pound victories every week, they'll start adding up. And if you can just trust and focus on the small little victories, at the end of the year, you look up and the 50 pounds is gone. You're like, dude, that was awesome. I got there. And that will build momentum for other things in your life. Like set another big goal and you can accomplish that. The big deal is not letting the goal overwhelm you. Sometimes we jump into goals not prepared. I'm reading a book right now called Compete Every Day. Really cool author, Jake Thompson. And in the book, he talks about he signed up for a half marathon, never really trained, just jumped into it and did it. And he starts running and he realizes, like, he thinks he's gotten a lot further than he has, and he looks up and he's 2 miles in. And he kind of freaks out and he kind of panics and he's kind of overwhelmed by the situation. So instead of quitting the race, which he debated, he decided he would play a game to trick his mind and to help him get through the race or get to his goal by accomplishing smaller goals. He decided he would play a game of tag. Now, you can't really tag folks in a race. That'd be kind of weird. But he just played kind of a metaphorical tag, and he would pick out the person in front of him. Like, he'd pick out the guy in the bright red hat, he'd pass him, check the box. Then he'd eyeball somebody else, the kid in the really cool yellow tennis shoes. Bam, tag that kid next box. Then there's a lady in front of him in the purple tank top, and he's like, bam, check that box. And he just kept picking off. You know, there's a guy in a clown suit. Bam, got him. And he just kept picking off little people in front of him, little, small, tiny goals so he could get small victories. And he said before he knew it, he was at the finish line, he accomplished his big goal. So let's pick small, little, tiny goals to get to our big goal. Kind of take the big goal and backtrack it back to the beginning and what small little daily things you can do to accomplish that big goal. What's the saying goes is, how do you eat an elephant? Elephants are giant. You eat elephant one bite at a time. How do you chop down a big tree? One swing at a time. So let's start working on focusing on the one swing, the one bite, the one little tiny thing we can do today or this week that gets us to that big goal down the road. And don't get so focused on how overwhelming your big goal may be, but focus on the small little pieces, the small little momentum building victories that you can get to get the big win. So focus on the small victories, add up to the big win. You guys have an awesome day. See you later.